Tonight on the Distort Report, man shoots himself trying to kill a mouse. 5 jealous wives rape Nigerian man to death. And police say a man broke into homes to view porn websites. These stories and more up next on the Distort Report. Welcome to another installment of the wonderful Distort Report. I'm Ross, and as usual, let's get right to this. Huntsville clown rallies for women to go topless in Asheville. A local Huntsville, Alabama pediatrician office general manager states that, quote, if a man can do it, then a woman can do it, end quote. That is to allow men and women to go topless without being infringed on constitutional rights. This man, Jeff Johnson, also performs as a clown for children's parties. But for now, some are questioning if he's really joking or not. He's saying it's legal for everyone to go topless in Asheville, North Carolina, and ponders why not Alabama after a female friend asked for some help with this stupid story. His philosophy is this, quote, if you make a law based on your genitalia, you are breaking the Constitution, end quote. Priest turns 100 and remains active in ministry. Born just a few months after the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, Monsignor Vincent J. Topper is the oldest and longest-serving priest in the Roman Catholic Diocese in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. From the very beginning, he knew his ultimate goal was to dedicate his entire life to Christ, and his parishioners always find a bond with him with his back-to-basics pitch. Monsignor Topper grew up as an altar boy and oversaw various changes within the Catholic Church, such as celebrating Mass in English and not Latin, and at the time being one of the 85% of Catholics regularly attending Mass compared to only 35% attending today. He was ordained a priest in 1936, and for the next several decades, he would serve as a pastor or assistant pastor in several parishes and even founded a church in York Haven, Pennsylvania. Man shoots himself trying to kill a mouse. An Ontario dumbass used the butt of a rifle to try and kill a rodent when it went off shooting himself, resulting with a grazed shot to his forehead. While being treated at a hospital, he states at the time he didn't know it was loaded. Upon his release, he was charged with careless use of a firearm and ordered to attend court in September. The article didn't state whether the mouse survived or not. Where's the beef and the beer? Grocery store gives guys a man aisle. Initially thought as an idea from Procter & Gamble to create a fun shopping experience for men, the idea has become a reality for a New York City market, which has created a men's-only aisle, stocked with beer, cereal, soda, beef jerky, hot sauces, barbecue sauces, condoms, and chock-full-of-nuts coffee. Whoa, what's the real motivation here? A recent study by ESPN reveals that 31% of men shop at grocery stores compared to 14% back in 1985. The market also hands out a men's supermarket survival guide. And inside it asks men simple, dumb questions, such as which olive oil to choose for cooking. Crack team of Chinese officers rushed to rescue sex doll from a river. Police were dispatched to a nearby province river after a call saying that a body was floating down it. For nearly an hour, 18 police officers worked frantically to rescue what looked like a lady in distress. The river rescue brought a curious crowd of 1,000 people after the news spread, which resulted in blocking traffic and preventing firefighters from reaching the scene. It was indistinguishable from a distance whether it was a real person or not. But upon bringing the body ashore, it was revealed that it was only an inflatable sex doll. Children were present at the scene and were quickly escorted away by embarrassed mothers before they could ask questions on why the body deflated. And speaking of being deflated, 5 jealous wives raped Nigerian man to death. The 5 older wives, in a fit of rage, attacked him with knives and sticks, demanding he have sex with all of them because he was spending too much time with his 6th wife, who was the youngest. He became overpowered by all of his wives, whom then told him to have sex ranging from youngest to oldest that night. As the 5th wife was making her way to the bed, he stopped breathing. And that prompted the 5 older wives to run away into the forest. 2 of the wives have been arrested so far. Okay. Artificial jellyfish created from heart cells. U.S. scientists use electric current to make this artificial jellyfish called a medusoid contract and swim synchronously like that of a real jellyfish. Silicone, which is used to grow heart muscle cells from lab rats, is the prime element for its entire body. According to scientists, the human heart and jellyfish work very similar, as they use a muscle to pump fluid properly, titled as mechanical movement. The challenge was to make science fiction become science fact, as they created a synthetic beast instead of a synthetic cell. The next phase is to incorporate a synthetic brain in the jellyfish so it could respond on its own. Pretty scary. And police say a man broke into homes to view porn websites. 2 arrests were made from 2 separate incidents, but only one man is to blame. You're meeting him right here, and his name is Antone Forrest Deedward Owens. A desperate man lusting for personal attention. Let's go back to March of 2012, guys. A woman enters her home to find porn on her computer, complete with Trojans and not the condom kind. Near her computer, she finds lubricant, towels, and a cell phone, and shortly after, she saw him standing outside her sliding glass door. He then entered her house and threatened to kill her. But then he only wound up grabbing his phone, lube, and then fled after that. Flash forward a month later, a man enters his home and finds porn in his computer as well, with used towels, and that's disgusting. Owens flees out the back bedroom upon being spotted and shortly arrested, booked on 4 counts of first-degree burglary, 1 count of menacing, and 1 count of coercion. That is pretty sick individual right there. But it's not as sick as you not checking out our Facebook, right here on the Distort Report Facebook page. We like to see you every week, if not every week on our weekly installments, but every day, because we have daily doo-doo like this stuff right here. So we see you next week, if not tomorrow, on the Distort Report for real stupid news.